Welcome back to Robot Wars Extreme Warriors. One bot has already bitten the dust, and 4 more will soon follow. A feisty lightweight marauder maneuvers through to round 2 with General Chomps-a-Lot. Who will they face? Let's find out.
All right, Mick, next we've got the return of Runaway with destructive criticism and lightning tracks.
I'm down here in the pits with the robot Runaway, Team Runabout. Tell me about the robot.
Well, we've made a lot of improvements since the last series. It pushes harder, the weapon spins faster, and everything's tougher and stronger on it.
So you're back for the second series, hopefully to take the U.S. title home.
Well, we'd certainly like to show some improvement over the first series. Any improvement we'll take.
And how fast does the robot run?
The robot has been slowed down just a bit to about 10 miles an hour, but pushes at least half again as hard.
Oh, well, that's good. But it only runs right up. It can't be inverted.
It is a worry of ours. Last time we did have some trouble with that. I think some improvement on my driving might help.
And if not, can Aaron take over?
What do you think, Aaron?
Yes. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Lightning tracks. That sounds like a pretty fast machine. Tell me about your robot.
It's pretty quick. It's an invertible bimodal machine that allows me to go both upside down and also switch the forward and the reverse on this robot.
Oh, impressive.
It has a linear actuator as a weapon that allows me to actually lift robots up as well as go below the plane to adjust the level of these spikes.
Rumor has it you have a secret weapon. Are you willing to tell us about that?
Well, then it wouldn't be secret.
How do you feel about your competition?
No bot can survive being hit by lightning tracks.
Last but certainly not least, I have Team Boomer with destructive criticism. Tell me about your robot.
Okay, destructive criticism is a new bot. It is 220 pounds, 4-wheel independent drive, 15 horsepower Briggs & Stratton motor, running well-proven 18-inch spinning horizontal disc.
I heard that you did a test run with it. Tell me how that turned out.
It tore large holes in the wall.
Makes you feel pretty confident.
Oh, yes.
This is your first series in competition, and we wish you lots of luck.
Thank you very much.
Have fun.
From Long Beach, California, destructive criticism.
And there we have destructive criticism in at 220 pounds. He's got a 1,200 RPM spinning horizontal blade for a weapon and that rear-mounted wedge for defense.
From Richardson, Texas, lightning tracks.
And to add to the military theme of this round, lightning tracks at 215 pounds. It's got a lifting platform and tracks for driving and a hefty little spike on the rear end.
From Salem, Oregon, Runaway.
And the returner Runaway at 215 pounds. He's got a couple of rotating steel blades on the side, a real high clearance, and a bit of a ramp in the front.
Roboteers, stand by.
And there's destructive criticism with Randy Eubanks at the controls. And there's teams Lightning Tracks and Runaway. And the housebots in this round will be Matilda with her interchangeable tail shredder. And joining Matilda will be the push and power of Shunt.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Here they go, RefBot backs out of the middle. Destructive criticism in there testing the power of Lightning Tracks. Lightning Tracks has those ropes hanging off the front, which are disaster for any spinner. They're hoping to get them tangled up inside the motor works and just wipe out any weaponry. Runaway goes over and hits the pit trigger. Smart bit of strategy. And Lightning Tracks and Destructive Criticism are fighting it out. Destructive Criticism looks like it has a little rope stuck in the old spinner there. And it lost the howitzer right off the front of Lightning Tracks. Runaway just came up there and removed that pseudo gun off the top of him. Well, that was a breakaway piece anyway, not very vital, but there is some major damage on the back of Runaway right now. It looks like his whole suspension system is just destroyed. The disc off the front of Destructive Criticism is doing some major damage. Look at that. That's a solid steel wheel. Destructive Criticism's disc just went in there and mashed it up like it's a piece of white bread. Unbelievable, and Runaway is not running anywhere today. They are so beat up. It's unbelievable. Refbot's trying to separate Runaway from Lightning Tracks. Well, the Runaway's at least still got one of its weapons going, but Refbot's going to break it up. And I have a feeling that Lightning Tracks has suffered some of the same damage. There's pieces everywhere in the arena as Refbot counts down. Now, you know, only 2 are going to go through from here, so it's a question of who is out first. In my opinion, it seems to me like Lightning Tracks was well and truly out of it first. And the housebots are agreeing as Shunt lines up Lightning Tracks for a bit of airtime. And there was still a few things left to fly off of that bot. I think that we're going to pass Parch through a 3-inch hoop after this round, because there ain't much left of him.
Cease.
As we look at the thing get air over Runaway, you wonder whether these guys use rubber bands to put this thing together, because everything's flying off of it. Well, I hope they don't make our tanks that way.
Well, all right, destructive criticism having its way with both the other robots, but Runaway will join destructive criticism in advancing. We're going to have a chance to talk to all the Roboteers. First, let me talk to the Dark Force team. Not a real good day for your robot out there. Is it jet lag or something like that?
Well, we had some transmitter difficulties. I could get only really sporadic signals to the bot on the drive. The weapon was working, at least the actuating lifting arm, but the rest of the robot was just kind of sputtering.
So the actuating lifting arm was working, but you're going to blame it on technical problems and not your own inefficiency as a Roboteer. Is that correct?
They beat me fair.
Okay, now listen, Aaron, I got to ask you. The Runaway is a battle-hardened veteran out there. It looked to me like maybe Runaway was a victim of its own power. It just kind of ran up on that robot, and then it was immobilized, letting destructive criticism really have its way with your tires. Do you think that you guys have the fortitude and the know-how to go back there into the pits and to make things happen so you can advance into this tournament?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a challenge to you guys. Beating up on the poor kid. What's the deal there?
Well, he's not a kid. He's a competitor.
Okay, yeah.
I beat up on the robot.
All right. Let's hear it for all the Roboteers.
So, with G-Force and Lightning Tracks the first casualties, we're going to see Marauder and Destructive Criticism. At first up, Chomps a lot and Runaway.
Runaway proving faster than lightning, sprinting into round 2. Destructive criticism follows after dismantling Lightning Tracks and eliminating it from the competition. When we come back, round 2, stick around.